You heard? And God chose you because He knew He could trust you. God's best.
Yeah.
We got Mac Mizzle in the building. What's popping, Mac Mizzle? Dun dada. So right about now, dada, we got a situation where they saying OTF Vonnie right now, dada. They saying OTF Vonnie right now, dada, is fighting with, is beefing with. OTF Vonnie's dad, dada, is coming out with these crazy claims. These crazy claims saying that he orchestrated the hit of his nephew King Von. His own nephew King Von got hit by OTF Vonnie. He feels so bad because he brung OTF Vonnie to King Von and he did all this shenanigans by robbing him for the $5,000, by having him try to look at his crew different. They was trying to fucking make King Von feel like all this shit happened. They set up King Von to lose his life. And the crazy part is he says that he went with them. He went and he went with his son to pay for the hit of OTF of King Von, and he said that that King Von had OTF for only Troy's family, on his hand, that it meant only Troy's family, it wasn't for the OTF of Little Dirk, He says, which makes it believable, that Little Dirk fucked up by bringing King Von onto the platform, onto making rap music, He fucked up, by making King Von come onto the thing and signing no paperwork. This dude didn't sign no paperwork at all, So he came up, he didn't sign no paperwork. So when he came up, he turned independent. King Von started to become big. He couldn't control King Von. King Von was still sliding on everything. A millionaire, still picking up the arms, still slacking, still taking niggas 30 stacks, still doing this, nigga, getting way more money because he loved the adrenaline rush, He was really a straight nigga, and they don't appreciate, that some low level dude took out King Von's situation, some low level street crooks, or whatever the case may be, took out King Von, but they trying to say they orchestrated. Why you think they said that everybody on King Von's fucking that went with King Von almost got hit. Slutty died. These people died. So many people on King Von's got hit. So many people died on King Von because it was already planned. They already had snipers in the bushes, shooters in the bushes, cops. I was going to think why you think that that OTF Vonnie let the car back out and bounce. He says that he paid them off with him. That he went and paid them off. This is crazy news, Gigi. This makes us look at Little Dirk.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
Facts, Facts, Mac Mitchell. This shit's crazy, but let's see what he got to say about it.
Kids, and then Vonnie is coming to Earth.
April Fool's Day, 1996. Even
that's
though
when
we
he was born.
Yes.
You thought it was a joke?
He's a fool. Ooh. Obviously, doing what he did, he's a fool.
Oh, that's deep, man. So I guess the number one question, shit, I'm beating around the bush. Is like, man, why speak out against your son, your own seed? This man came from your semen, out of your testicle, right? Why speak out against him versus protecting him, despite right or wrong?
Just because a person is born into the family, don't leave them family. You remove yourself when you violate and you broke the code. Check it out. For whatever reason, you ain't got to mess with your daddy. For whatever reason, your mom, whatever reason, you ain't got to mess with your daddy. But guess what? You got 5 other brothers and sisters. Von had brothers and sisters. You got a grandma. You know what I mean? None of this would have took place. Silk come from our family. Silk don't come from his mama family. Silk come from our family. Your grandmama need things. Your sisters need things. Your brothers need things. If with you faking it, whatever you do, this can't be just benefiting you and your mama. And you say F everybody else. How? You ain't no good. I can't embrace nothing like that. You got out on family. Somebody that I know would have died with you. And Von would have never did that to him. Ever would have did that to him. So you wrong. You wrong, and you did this for, like I said, Me at 20-something years old, 23 years old, crossing out somebody, even though my mother said, no, you wasn't raised like that, I wouldn't do like that, but just keeping it real. I already got the millions. I just met this man over a cheeseburger. We ain't grew up together playing, you know, so, and I ain't got to pull a trigger. All I got to do is orchestrate something, and I already got the money. I ain't got to wait till he die to get the money. And 20-something years old, millions. Come on. I mean, that's just being logic. And no Islam, not being a Muslim, not understanding, not raised as a Muslim, knowing that you can't take it with you. God gonna catch up with you on the other side. Everything gonna come to light. But it's just what it is. And like I said, you gonna tell it all. You're gonna tell it all. Go on, come home tomorrow. You're gonna tell it all. Don't just tell or what they instructing you to tell. You're gonna tell it all, because this is killing me. Seeing my nephew's killer and can't cut his head off. Can you imagine looking at your nephew's killer every day and can't cut his head off? I don't care about Lil Tim and Quando Rondo them. They did what they was paid to do. Only a real.
He said, this nigga said, that looking at his own son, nigga, he wants to, that's crazy, that he wants to body his own son for his nephew. Just because how they did it. It's just principle.
Person don't care about them. You want the people that paid them. You want the people that sent them. What you care about them for? What you care about them for? You a fool. You worried about the people that paid them and sent them. That's it. That's it. Care about them for you did what you was paid to do. And guess what? You got to have a plan A, a plan P, a plan C, and a plan D. Because if it was solely upon Lil Tim, his mission failed because Slutty bust him. It was over with.
Take the next step in your financial journey at Thrivent.com.
They trying to say that Little Tim he got blamed for it, but he ain't actually. Other bullets went into
that. It was just solely.
It wasn't just Little Tim's bullets. Maybe maybe he's saying that other bullets went to King Von. They had other people's other places. And Slutty died with him. Slutty's died with him, and they try to blame Slutty for stealing the $5,000. But Slutty was like, "What the fuck?" And then he's the nigga who died with him. He ain't steal that shit, nigga. The fuck you mean, If he would have stole that shit, he would have never died with you, nigga.
On Lil Tim, he got broke down right away. Mission failed. But we got Atlanta police, we got the sniper, and possibly we got whoever's in the car pushing drugs into his system, into his wounds, whatever the case may be when he's bleeding out on the way to the hospital. This is just an assumption. But for me to listen to an audio and a person says, ain't nobody drugged him. I never said somebody drugged him. He took it on his own. Okay, yeah, I know he took it on his own, but where did that come from? I never insinuated that someone drugged him. Are you telling on yourself? Did these 8 different drugs get put in his system by a pill that he thought was X? Or did, and as I said, this is the biggest night of his life. Von was not no fucking junkie at all. At all. So I don't even know if he even took something on that particular night because he called me. Unc, where you at? So I'll be there tomorrow, inshallah. We going to Juma. That's it. Next thing I know, I'm getting the call. Von just got shot. Talking to him on the phone, but I'm talking to Islam. I'm talking to Islam because I'm hitting him. You know, he's shot. I'm talking to Islam, and he trying to tell me something. He trying to talk to me, but I don't want to hear that. I'm talking about Islam. So it's what it is, though. You know, it's what it is. The creator of heavens and earth said that there will be no greater test to mankind than dealing with woman and your children. So this is a test. As Noah alayhi salam from Noah was in the ark, he let his son know, you are not of me. His father instructed him to get on the boat. He didn't get on the boat. I'm gonna climb up the tree and this, that, and other. So he drowned with everyone else. So children will be a test for you. That's just what it is.
Yeah, and going back to the night, you know, Von died. This was a big night in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're still talking about this 5 years later. Okay. This is a sensitive subject to myself because I'm the one that coordinated the album release party. Okay. Von released Welcome to O Block on October 31st, 2020, Halloween. And so I'm like, man, we need to have an album release party. Because at this point, we was all living in Atlanta, myself included. King Von, Lil Durk, your son, Vonnie, and all of the other OTF affiliates. You know what I'm saying? So I know at the album release party, I saw what appeared to be Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim. Now, when I say what appeared, it's because I saw some niggas dressed in all black with some handicap necklaces on. Okay, the handicap sign, that's what the Crips use. You know what I'm saying? Them Crips down south, they use the handicap sign. I didn't think nothing of it. I was getting ready to play Von music, but as the DJ, I'm looking at the crowd. I'm trying to see who all in here. Okay. I seen a couple niggas in some Dickie suits, all black Dickie suits. And the Crip handicap chain stood out to me. Now, this wasn't anything I alarmed anybody else about because I didn't think it was a threat. I didn't think, you know what I'm trying to say? So, like going back to the beginning of the interview, when I first talked to you over the phone, the very first thing you said was, man, DJ, why you say Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim was at the club that night? They weren't at the club that night. I said, hold on, I don't know what you're talking about. We got to talk about that later. Ain't that what I told you?
That's exactly what you told me.
Because I didn't want to talk to you about it over the phone. I wanted my reaction to whatever you saying to be genuine. Because a lot of shit I've been hearing you say on the internet been having me, goddammit, wiping my forehead like, damn, what he on? So let's go back to that night. I know you wasn't in Atlanta. You said you was somewhere else. And, you know, you got a phone call from Von. He said, Uncle, where you at? You know? So if you can replay that night from your perspective and the phone calls and stuff you was receiving, what happened the night Von died?
I can't speak on what happened because I wasn't there, but I know I was prevented from being there. I was sent to go pick up a Hellcat in Champaign, Illinois. I got the key way beforehand, but they didn't send the people who had to sign the car out of pound to the day of. So they know that I'm not going to make it there in time for the album release party because I can't be there. I'm on point. I see everything. I pay attention to everything. And as Muwap said, Unc, where you was at, when you tell Von to move, he moved. And we're going to get to the Quando, Rondo, Lil Tim inside of the venue situation that you say you appear to have seen them. That's not the only handicap sign made, not only Dickie suit made. Reason why I'm going to tell you 100% for sure it wasn't them, because they were paid to kill Von. So therefore, they're going to be at the location where they have snipers, where they have police on their side, where they already have their exit plan set up. Why would they take chance on seeing Von in opium and accidentally bumping into one of Von guys and everything go up from right there when Von and them is possibly armed there and armed outside? Little Tim couldn't pull no gun on all his people if everybody was disarmed. He knew everybody would be disarmed because they let him know you can't take no guns in the club. We're going to blow our whole bag. We have.
When you get somebody from the inside who's telling you the shit, everything be lying up so perfect. But this is what I got to say, like, why would Little Tim, so how did why did Little Pab die if Little Tim took the hit? That's what I don't get. And why are they in jail for killing Little Pab? That's fucking stupid as fuck. They actually try to orchestrate the shit so they could take lead in everything they doing. So everybody could like them. Even more. So they actually killing for the clout. Cause why the fuck Little Pab died then? If they actually killed King Von,
that's a good question. That's a very good
they
question.
in jail. It's like you fucked up your whole empire for killing Little Pab. What was the point of Little Pab? Was it really because of the internet? Can it be? Because of the internet? Maybe they're like, yo, slide for Von, fuck it, we gonna slide for Von. Yo, Quando, you gonna act like you got hit up and shit like that. You gonna be the nigga to take the thing and shit like that. That's why Rondo, or maybe Rondo was the one that's just supposed to get got, Maybe it was King Von for Quando. Who knows? Is it like that, or why the or if it's like or like that, how come is it Little Dirk wasn't really beefing with NBA Youngboy? It was 600 Breezy who was beefing with fucking NBA Youngboy, and King Von, the one took initiative because he's from a regular street, and they're like, fuck it, we could beef with these niggas, ain't nothing, and maybe they set up a whole plan, to get them out, who knows how that shit, is that how it works, GG? Because I don't get how the fuck, so maybe the beef is real, maybe the beef was real between King Von and NBA, but it wasn't really really real between Dirk and NBA or something like that. But they dissing each other, shit like that. That's why they could. That's why the little Perkio, when he wore their RIP jacket, that's why Dirk ain't fuck with him just because he wore RIP jacket. Not that 6ix9ine put him on him just because he wore a King Von RIP jacket or something. Who knows? He's independent. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. King Von was independent, bro. What the fuck did Dirk create? He couldn't stop King Von. King Von was on top of his fucking pedigree. First of all, he's the nigga who's sliding. That's first thing first. Second of all, he's the nigga who's sliding. Third of all, he's the nigga who's sliding. Now he got M's, nigga. He's the nigga who's rapping, and he's the nigga who's fucking got the money, and he's the nigga who's thing, And he's not feeding these niggas to go turn up. These niggas turning off the fucking wham, nigga. That's a fact. Because if that was the case, Slutty would have went and saved himself.
Have to fulfill our mission, so we can't jeopardize on getting into a fight with Von and them at the Opium when we know the hit has to take place at the Monaco Hookah Lounge, because this is where everything was originally going to be done at. But by the time a shooting happened at the Monaco, so therefore the Monaco was not even supposed to be open, and it may have just been patrons outside, because we have to make it seem like that this club is open because Von is coming here, but inside the club may have been hollow. This is public record. The place was illegally open. And then when video came out, the guards that were outside, they said that
Damn, nigga, it was a setup, bro. They set these niggas up. They had people there. It was a party there. They try to act like it was an event. They know they could get people there. The whole time it was a setup. The whole time it was a setup, nigga.
Yo, you think Von knew Atlanta was a stand your ground state at that time?
Oh yeah. Because they was. Yeah. Because the nigga Slutty, he shot Little Tim. So so Slutty died for no reason. So once the dude Little Tim shot King Von, Slutty shot Little Tim, on point, direct, like bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? He was on point. So it's not that he knew he was standing your ground, but he knew something about the pipe because he wasn't letting his pipe blow off, or he was just a real nigga. He ain't putting his pipe down. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas ain't putting their pipe down, no matter what. I'll stay in the car, nigga.
Rondo and them had already been sitting there waiting on them to pull up. So this is a simple assessment. Why would I jeopardize my bag and go bump into somebody somewhere else where I'm not already set up at, and everything kick off and jump off here? I'm not going to do that. Not saying you didn't see black Dickie suits and handicap signs, because they probably sell them in the gas station like they sell Obach chains at the gas station. So that's possibly so. But to actually have a visual, never in a million years did you see them, because we can't jeopardize our bag. We have to be at the location where we were paid to kill them at. And how I know this is location? Because I went there. Prior to, after we dropped off the bag to Little Tim, I went there with my son to case the place out.
Okay, yeah.
So this stupid motherfucker is saying that I wonder if he was part of it. And I wonder why the feds is
the story sounds wild.
Yeah. I think this is what either his son actually was casing out the place out by his damn self, and because some niggas is plainly stupid and they do stupid shit like that, or the nigga, he probably knew about it, he probably was helping his son, and now niggas is on his heels because they know the truth, and his people, the older people, King Von's people, you know what I'm saying, probably on the hill, and he probably wants to tell the truth or something like that. Or maybe his son was just blatantly stupid and brung him places, but why would his son case out a place with his dad for his nephew? You're not going to do that. You're not gonna sit there and bring your dad to case out a place with you, for your nephew, so your dad could know what happened, and they get around.
And that's when we gonna start goddamn and having some back and forth because you just told me you wasn't there. So now you telling me you dropped the bag off. So when were you in Atlanta?
We talking about in April when we took the bag to Little Tim. After we took the bag to Little Tim, we went and cased out the place, and my son's driver, Fats, I'm in the back seat laying
You
down.
talking about April?
April
2020?
April 2020. That's when Little Tim got the bag for Von. My son's driver / whatever he is, he overdoing it in the driver's seat. Like he got a top flight mission. He got a top flight assignment. He punching and doing all type of goofy stuff. So I raised up out the back. Man, where we at? He said, we're at the Monaco hookah bar, soul food and everything, da-da-da-da. And I pay attention to monuments and to structures. And once I seen it, I said, I've been here before. Once I seen this, I've been here before. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. I cased out the place. And my son called me once the place got shut down due to a shooting. Said, man, I said, have it somewhere else. But he's panicking and going into a frenzy because this is where everything got to take place. And I tell him, right, man, so what? Have it somewhere else. But later on, everything ended up playing back.
Okay. Yeah, now this one we gonna have some back and forth, because this shit sound crazy to me. You see what I'm saying? You saying Monaco was illegally open. First of all, at this time in 2020, from 2018 to 2020, I was an active DJ in Atlanta, working at these different clubs. Okay, I never knew Monaco to be closed or illegally open or whatever. But I do know that Monaco was open every motherfucking night. You feel me? So now you're saying that.
Is he? Do you think he's putting shit together? Is he making sense out of it, If he's thinking too much, does he know shit that other people don't know, but they just can't? He can't point out, or he's just pointing out the obvious. Like, what do you think he's doing?
I think he's trying to
for another place because it was closed. I don't know nothing about that, and I can show you my ID. My shit still say Georgia. You see what I'm saying?
Another blogger, he put up the paperwork because it's public record. Inactive is what it says. I actually have it in my phone to show you that the place was inactive at the time of Von's Georgia ID. The place was inactive at the time of the shooting of Von. The place was inactive. This is 100% for sure. Everything I say out of my mouth is going to be the truth, whether you get it now or get it later. I'm not going to open my mouth unless I speak the truth. This is a fact. This is a fact.
So what you saying is...
and let me correct this because I said Dirk was signed to Coke Boys. I did my homework. No, he wasn't signed to them or whatever the case may be, but he was a slave for Def Jam and everybody else and probably was in 360 deals, everything that Von was.
We ain't talking about Dirk yet. We talking about the night Von died. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there. I wasn't at Monaco. I was at Opium. I was the DJ, right? What happened at Opium, the promoter of the night, shout out my nigga Kales, the Diamond family. They from Detroit. That's who booked King Von that night. Okay? Listen here. These same people booked King Von back in September 2020. Okay? I was DJing that night. We was at Miami Lounge in Norcross, Georgia. They booked King Von for $10,000. I secured the bag. Took the $5,000 deposit to Von. You see what I'm saying? And so after we did a good job at that September event, they wanted to book Von again. I said, well, Von dropping his album on Halloween, we should do an album release party. They was all the way with it. They wanted to get Von for the same number. DJ Band said, hell no. We need 15,000, not 10. I told the promoters we need 15,000. They said, okay, we got it. Come on. Okay. Now, when it was time for Von to walk into the building, they didn't have his back end ready. They didn't have that remaining 7,500. So they was kind of nervous. Von didn't care. Von said, whatever y'all got, come on. We gonna go in, we finna turn up. Von took whatever they had left, which was like $3,000 to $4,000. I can't remember the exact number at this point. But he gave it to his homie Boss Top because it was his birthday. Now we get inside the club. I'm playing the music. We having a good time, and the fight break out. The promoter getting beat up. But since it's Boss Top birthday, we still want to party. We still, you know what I'm saying? Because this party got shut down prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me, myself, personally, when that party got shut down, I had two options. Either go home or continue partying with O-Block. Now, we in that...
They both put in their stories together. As they put their stories together, it seems like it's even more of a, maybe it was a little set up or whatever the case may be. They didn't want King Von there, so they automatically initially thought that King Von was going to get mad that he didn't have to bag and was going to believe, regardless of the fact, and probably go somewhere else, and they was going to stir him and direct them into that other lounge, regardless of the fact, like, yo, go here. So maybe that was going to happen. That's why they try to not give him the bag. Right there. They wanted to act like it was going to be. So you never know. That's just crazy. We gotta look into it. Now as he talks, you can see that maybe this shit was a little set up. First of all, you said you booked him. You didn't have the money, so you thought you was gonna wild out. But guess what? You thought that he was gonna wild out. God had him right. He took the money, nigga. Still went in the joint. But y'all still fucking. Probably this was fucking doing some shit for him to actually leave. Y'all wanted him gone because he was supposed to be there regardless.
Atlanta, Georgia, and I know how O-Block niggas act, goddamn it, when they out of town. So you know what I did?
Went home.
I went home, but I went home on a great note. I had fun. I turned up. Von can't say shit about tonight. I did my job. And then I wake up the next morning and I hear all this, you know what I'm saying, chaos. Von was shot. Von is in critical condition. Von just died. Bro, what the fuck going on? So to hear that this was actually set up and they was actually at Monaco waiting to kill him, that shit sounds so crazy to me that I had to talk to you in person to grasp this concept.
We've got the metal you need when you need it.
Dangerous now, it's just a little dangerous. Did Von actually get set up, GG?
This is my life for real. There's a thin line between content and reality. You see what I'm saying? A lot of niggas get on these cameras and just be saying anything. You see what I'm saying? So now that we're here 5 years later, Dirk locked up, your son locked up, Von gone, you know what I'm saying? And now we're talking to Hassan Craig, about all of this that's going on. Help me make it make sense.
It's a back door. It ain't gonna never make sense to you because you wasn't there for the payment to get dropped off to Lil Tim.
How you know that this payment was dropped off to Lil Tim? I heard you say you was with him.
I'm with him.
Okay, so what? Take us back to that day when you and Vonnie went to go drop off the bag. How did that happen? What was going on?
Vonnie come get me from the house. They already got the money ready in the back of the Suburban, maybe a 97, 98 Suburban. And give me a pipe. I don't ask no questions. We roll and we go to the country.
A 97 Suburban, though? When Von died, didn't Von die 2002 or some shit like that? Let me see. What year King Von died in? 2020. They had a 96 Suburban, 90.
Part of Georgia, and we can even pull my phone records, and that may let us know because my phone started roaming. This how deep we was in the sticks. My phone was roaming, and
what's goody, J. Dooley?
We sitting on the side of the highway in a neighborhood, little 2-lane highway.
What's goody, J. Dooley? You see this shit? Yo, this dude's dad come over here. He just said that he went with him to pay for the hit. Is anybody knocking on this dude's door? Is this real? Is this just content? Is this reality? Because what the fuck? He must have already told you people this. Like, what the fuck is going on here, GG? This is different. And this is for who? Oh, this is for King Von, bro. This is for fucking King Von, This is for fucking King Von, bro.
Sitting on the side of the highway. Lil Tim come flying past us on a 4-wheeler. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know the name. But prior to
this is what I don't get. If this was an all initiated, Little Tim, and Quando Rondo, got shot at, mad times, So what? They took the hit and was like, yo, first of all, you take this, you know what comes with it, So, you know what I'm saying? Probably people going to be on heels, but you ain't going to be able to say nothing about it, So what? They almost got mad times, Like, what is going on, Gigi? This is different. Why you think... How does this work, bro? How does Quando Rondo and Little Tim take a hit from Dirk, for King Von, and they mess with? So what you trying to say that Quando Rondo is funny money, towards NBA YoungBoy and shit like that, and Little Tim they funny money, they taking hits from Little Dirk, like what? Like how does this work, I don't get it, Because maybe King Von actually had beef with NBA YoungBoy because of the 600 Breezy situation. And the 600 Breezy situation, so they take the hit from Dirk and thing, but they all still have to have beef with O-Block. Because Dirk ain't from O-Block. That's the only way it would make sense. They all have to have beef with O-Block. But that's the only way. I don't get it.
To that, let's go back prior to that. We pull up on Quando at Quando's crib. My son tried to get the money to Quando. Quando said, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. You got to go take care of yourself. Like, you're not finna put nobody else's money in my hand and they say it was short or whatever the case may be. You take that to him. You understand? So we end up taking the money to the guy. But I'm not knowing what it's for. I don't know whether or not they finna get some weed later on or what they finna do. I don't know. You know what I mean? But by him saying, Lil Tim running from the police on the 4-wheeler, and like I said, it's like we're in the middle of a drug deal. So I know I Googled my phone because I got a partner named Tim from Memphis. He got caught up running through the woods with bags of money and everything. You can Google it. You know what I mean? And it's the same situation. So it played in my mind because like I said, it's like we're in the middle of a drug dealer. We got money. We got pipes. My man Tim, he got caught up running from the police in the woods. Matter of fact, I'm going to just say his name, Timothy Woods. You can Google it, Memphis, Tennessee, running from the police. And he got caught with $200,000 in the woods and all this type of crazy stuff. So the situation reminded me of that. And then for this to be the same person that ended up shooting Von, this is what that money had to be for. And that's when I talked to one of Von's people, he said he couldn't have took none of one of us because we know that he's not supposed to be meeting up with them. You don't know that these people are ops. So that's why he had to take you. He couldn't take anybody else because everybody else know that we ain't supposed to be having contact. It's just like somebody from O-Block taking me to go meet somebody from the other side. I don't know that they ops, so therefore they can do it. You know what I mean? But if I know they ops, what Vonnie, what cuz doing meeting up with them for? They on the other side. You know what I mean? So that's why he had to take me in. Plus he knew I'm gonna give my life for my son. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure he's safe before I'm safe when it's a situation like that. But when you done got out on your people, come on, man, you Mickey Mouse. There ain't nothing else to talk about. And then, like I said, ain't no telling what nobody will do when they're young, because they're young and dumb and money and all this and da. But for you not to make sure none of your people is good, you know what I'm saying? All right, grandma, somebody selling the Benz. It's worth $80,000. They selling it for $20,000. Stop lying. Ain't nobody selling no Benz for no $20,000. It's worth $80,000. Who you think you talking to? All right, grandma, I'm gonna take my 20 and go get it. But when I bring it to you, you better give me my money. Grandma. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go get it, bring you the title and everything. All along, he put the other 60 with it. You know what I'm saying? And gave his grandma Benz that's worth $80,000. She only had to pay 20. You know what I mean? So you finessing the way you can do it ain't just about you and your old girl. And like I said, you don't come from him. Silk don't come from y'all. He come from us. And for it to only benefit y'all, you got to be stupid. For it not to benefit none of Von brothers and sisters, this, that, and other, all Von sisters and brothers, they look at me as Unc. It ain't not a time, they ain't nan one of them from Kayla on down been able to pick up the phone and call me and ask me for anything. If I got it, they got it. No questions asked. Period. That's just what it is. They all Unc. And even with Kayla.
That shit crazy. The Dada, he's spilling it all, Gigi. He ain't holding back.
I forgive her, and reason why I forgive her, it's my niece. She ain't never had shit. So a motherfucker tempted with money, she was baited in. You want the person that baited her. Even though she's supposed to know better, this is my family and da-da-da-da-da-da.
So you say Kayla beat knows about her brother fucking thing she used to fuck with his ops anyway, FBG and all of that she used to think so is Kayla trustworthy towards King Von Can we take Kayla? Dang, this is it gets scary, your own family threw you in for some money. This is get crazy, your own family might turn on you. Mama said you've been through something, they learn
This is
from
crazy
you.
shit, yo.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
This
get
is
it.
crazy,
I don't get it.
It's just so crazy. Your own family might turn on you. Mama say you've been through some shit. I hope they learn from you. That shit nuts.
But anybody can be tricked with money, man. Anybody can be tricked with money. You got these. My baby mama told me Biggie and them was gay.
This is what happened. Little Dirk, brung King Von in, but couldn't control the nigga. He gave him money. He gave him situation. He gave him this, but then he left him independent, When this nigga started to blow with the crazy story, all this shit, everybody started to fuck with him and shit like that. Shit was crazy, You gotta understand that this nigga was blown, He was gonna blow regardless, cause off the music. You know what I'm saying? And who he was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? But he did it with Little Dirk, and Little Dirk couldn't control him, man. He has to body him, or he would have been second man to him, he would have been treating him, after a while. That's just what it is.
Nobody. I'm telling you, but she ain't finna go back and forth with me because she done signed them paperwork. She was in them freak offs with them. Because she was in Atlanta in 92, 93. She was down there. So she literally was a part of it. You know what I mean? This Vonnie mom. She was a part of it. But she telling me this, but I'm not knowing. You know what I mean? I'm pushing her on the rug. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But all along, it's just what it was. And like I said, she knew the industry better than anybody because she was there.
The whole world feel like
That's
King
crazy.
Von situation was a fluke. Like it was
Vonnie
fluky.
mom
Like,
was
you know,
part of the
like he walked up on Quando Rondo, started punching him, and Quando Rondo.
Yo, this nigga said that his baby mama, Vonnie mama, OTF Vonnie mama's is an industry hoe. That's what he practically said. He said she been signing NDAs, she was at the free corps. You heard this nigga? Yo, this nigga's funny as fuck, bro. He said Vonnie mommy was at the free corps, nigga. Fuck with Biggie at that. Free corps for Biggie Smalls, that's different, Fuck the click in the click you claim. West side will be rock because we click you claim to be a player, but
Rondo homie popped out the cut and popped him. Like any real homie would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the whole world, including myself.
All you have to do is read the play. Just read the play. Little Tim is sitting back, driver's side, behind tent, directly across from where Von will be exiting the vehicle at. Quando Rondo is leaning inside the passenger side front. So therefore, as soon as Von gets out of the car, Little Tim can let Quando know action. And as soon as Von starts walking, well, all of a sudden, not Von catches him at the passenger door leaning into the car. He catches him walking. He walks to meet him. You understand me? Stand your ground law. This is what this is. Everybody was disarmed. This is so easy. It's so easy. It's clearly a setup. And then when my son is picking up Von up off the ground, when he pulls up to get him, Little Tim and them are bagging out in their white truck. You see the Hellcat hit brakes to allow them to leave when if you were on our side, you're going to ram this car so they can't go anywhere. But you see a hesitant so they can bag out and so they can leave.
Fact. I don't know why they let him go like that. That's one thing for sure. I don't know why they let him go. Quando Rondo was fucking stuck with King Von. Like King Von grabbed him. He was stuck with this nigga. One thing for sure. That got me thinking. Is like These niggas is, ever since Dirk got knocked off, niggas, everybody's just quiet. But I want to know, if this shit ain't real, why did Little Pab have to die? Little Pab took out the whole thing. Why did Little Pab have to die? Did Quando Rondo had to sacrifice? Like, what? How does this work? If this shit's fake, why is real bodies dropping? That's crazy. Little Pab died for what? But this is all orchestrated. I'm not getting it.
Steve, this is clear. Anybody that watches the tape, they'll see the Hellcat hesitates and pauses so they can get away. Not you ram them so they can't go anywhere. This is easy. And
who was driving the Hellcat?
Vonnie.
Okay, your son. So that's who drove them to the hospital?
Yeah, that's who drove them to the hospital. Oh, I got him there in 0.2 seconds. I don't care what time you got him there, he still died. But this is what it was. I mean, this is just what it was. It's just what it was, man. Like I said.
Man, this shit crazy. I'm still.
How little Tim, just pay attention to this. Chicago got gangsters in it for real.
This place ain't big enough for the three of us. Like y'all gotta catch.
You gotta understand, this is a dude that they explained their story to them. They told him that. You could tell he told him that. Oh, I got him there 0.2 seconds. He said that to him. You could tell that's a father mimicking his son. And he mimicked himself when he said, I don't care how you let him there. You still let him die.
Somebody that's finna jump out shooting.
He said that to him.
With the police, CPD got their lights on, less than 3 feet away from them. You finna pull out your gun and start shooting 12 outside, less than 5 feet away from you with their lights on. You finna start blowing, and then everybody gets shot in Von's entourage. Allegedly Track, allegedly BJ. We know Louis got shot. We know Slutty got shot. This dude lay on the ground all the time with his gun in his hand. Gets in the car.
Right? They could have popped him. He already shot his gun. They could have popped him, nigga, overtime. They could have over-drilled Tim. Yo, right? How did everybody get shot in O-Block? Dirk ain't fucking with O-Block like that. Dirk wasn't fucking with O-Block. This is crazy. And then he manipulated the scene, and then Moowop and them niggas don't even know that they was fucking fugazed out. That's just crazy. And then when they got caught for the FEG, he was so happy, nigga. That's just crazy.
Leave with his gun and don't get killed. Make that make sense. Everybody on our side got shot and killed.
Who we talking about right now?
We're talking about Lil Tim. Lil Tim laid on the ground the whole time with his gun.
And then it's crazy that Little Dirk's brother got dragged into it. Little Dirk just sent his brother to pay for the hit or something like that. So he had to die because he was going to be either implicated in it, locked up, or something like that. He was alive, so it's just crazy. Yo, this shit's crazy, GG. What the fuck happened, What happened that night? Now you gotta look into it, Now you got to look into this shit.
Never got shot and was able to get up off the ground with his gun and get in the car and leave. This is simple assessment. How off-duty Atlanta police there with squad cars and nobody gets shot? Who hired them to be there? Whose payroll was y'all on?
Monaco
couldn't have never hired them because they pull it up public record. You're going to see that they were inactive, licensed inactive. I'm not going to say this and it's not true. You can research it for yourself. Licensed inactive. So if they was hired them to be there, then we got to be. But like I told, we can't sue because guess what? It took place in the parking lot. That's not probably a public parking lot. That's probably not Monaco's. It didn't happen inside of the establishment. So this takes them out of the way of being sued. This happened outside. This didn't happen in Monaco. So yeah, their license was inactive. Did this take place inside of our club? No, it didn't. So how are you going to hold us liable? This is a public parking lot. So therefore we can't sue Monaco. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't see how Monaco could hire some off-duty Atlanta police to secure the place when it's public record that they're illegally open. So therefore these police, their background needs to get checked. And I guarantee you they got to be dirty because how you ain't going to check this place? How are we going to hire some CPD to secure the 50-yard line on 75th Street and people just got shot there last week? And the CPD don't know that this place is closed down because people just got shot there last week and they finna secure the 50-yard line? Come on, this is easy. This bubble gun, Mickey Mouse, all day long. Only people that can't see it. But those who God give vision to, you see the play clear as day. You see it, it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, I guess it's just a little hard for me to believe it.
It's crazy. That's a wild play, the Dada. Like that's a wild fucking play. The only
Yeah,
thing
that's a wild card. It's a wild card.
The only thing that still got
Yeah.
me fucking confused in this shit the only thing that I could believe him is because why would he be throwing his son under the fucking bus? Why would he know all this shit? How the fuck did he get all this shit? How does he know all this shit? But the crazy thing is that he went to pay Little Tim. Why did Little Pab had to die? So they still trying to kill Quando Rondo. And they blaming O Block for it. They're like, nah, those are O Block people just doing that shit. But it was really OTF Vonnie. But OTF Vonnie paid Little Tim to kill Von. But now he's in jail for revenging King Von's death. That's weird as fuck. That's just I just wouldn't get. I don't get it. Like these niggas just blaming what like where you get off this? I don't get it. Now you're manipulating scenes, Dada, and just picking niggas off, but it happens like that. But I don't get it.
I don't know if I'm being biased. Maybe I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I do represent Long Live King Von, and I do represent Free Smirk, and I'm here to represent Free Vonnie in front of Vonnie's father. You see what I'm saying? So I might be a little blind. I might be a little blind. I might be a little naive. And that's the reason why I'm talking to you this evening. You see what I'm saying? But regardless whether it's true or false, this your son we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So as a father to be, I'm over here in my mind like, man, whatever the fuck my son got going on, I'm going to protect him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we black and we against these white folks. So what's going on in the streets, that's going on in the streets. And, you know, we got to deal with that how we deal with that. But I guess I'm just trying to really grasp the concept of going against the grain, going against your son. Like, that's all I'm trying to, you know, like,
This is
fuck the homies. This your son.
this
You know what I'm saying?
this real Cain and Abel type shit. Von was like my son, and this just what it is. You know what I mean? It's
Hey,
just,
hold on. Von was like your son, but Vonnie is your son.
But guess what?
That's who came out your nut, not King Von. King Von didn't come out your testicle, K Von did, not Davon. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm listening to you right now. You see I'm sweating. I told you we gonna get hot in this motherfucker because I'm passionate about what I talk about. I'm passionate about what I put on my platform. You see what I'm saying? You steady bigging up Davon, but you throwing Kayvon under the bus, and Kayvon came out of your nut. So make it make sense for me today, please make it make sense.
Wrong is wrong. When you do family, when you get down on people and you do it, that's that another, and you don't fix it and you don't rectify it, like I said, I might would have backdoored somebody at that age that I wasn't close to and ties to. You don't get down on real people. You don't do that. You don't get down on real people. I can't never honor that. Silk was like my brother, not blood related. Anything that's attached to him, I love it. Anything that's attached to me, he love it. That's just what it is. And like I said, when I love for real. My son is my son. We've been around each other. Why you had to take me with you to go pay him? How you love me and you take me with you to go pay my nephew's hitters. And more than likely, you use my nephew's money on pay for his own hit. Hopefully that he got it back from, because I know he had to get hit by Young Boy. I know he had to get hit by these other people once Mission was taken care of. You know what I mean? But more than likely, my nephew's own money paid for his own hit. This is horrible. This is crazy. You could have left me at the crib, so I ain't got no knowledge of this. You know what I mean? So you don't give a fuck about me. Why you take me with you? But like I said, to make sure that I was going to protect him and make sure this, that, and other. But like,
yeah, he trying to say that they robbed Ron. He can't make it make sense. His guy's a clown. Yeah, that's just crazy. This is crazy wild, This is crazy wild, We need y'all like, comment, subscribe, real shit, and comment, to find out what's y'all opinions on this shit, Because it's like, it's crazy to me. So they trying to say they robbed Von, right? They robbed him and paid them with their own money. Paid Von. Von paid for his own hit, they trying to say. Von, they robbed him and paid Little Tim. But why Little Pab had to die? And why the whole OTF fucking program is about to go down? Because of, like, what the fuck is going on? How does this work? Nah, I'm not buying it.
Like I said, guess what, nigga? You locked up now for allegedly sliding for Von. Quando Rondo didn't die, nor did Lil Tim. I guarantee you Lil Pab family smells something fishy about their sons.
Yo, what the, like, after this video, the Asarusha GG, after this video, like, the feds is knocking at this dude's door. Does he, like, what does he already told DJ, like, what does happen after this, like, what, like, how does this work, Is it swept under the rug? Like, does he got comfort? Does he got information that they could work with? Is it not reliable information? Like, what goes on with this shit, Because I know they want to air what the fuck he got to say.
I guarantee you this. This is a fact because we know this is orchestrated. I know this is orchestrated. This ain't no get back. Quando Rondo, Lil Tim on our side. Duty Low got robbed and popped by them.
You know, when Von got his stardom, his rap fame, you know, it came via Lil Durk, okay? And, you know, from listening to you, I hear claims that Lil Durk had something to do with Von killing, okay? What's your thoughts on Lil Durk and his involvement?
Know this. The industry is behind everything. My son works for Little Durk. So everything got orchestrated through my son. So for Durk to ask my son after we dropped the bag off to Little Tim, was it open? And Von, my son, answered to Durk, it's off the hinges. So that lets you know that he knew what was to take place and what was going on. And he asked him, was it open? Meaning having you take care of the business to make sure that back door is open on Von. And my son answered, it's off the hinges. So that lets you know he was a part of it. And whether it's not the industry, the main culprits behind it, the industry, being Meason, we just gave this man $4 million. We don't got him in a 360 deal. He owned his masters. He owned all this. He ain't have to get drugged through. You brought him in, Mr. Banks. You introduced him to us. We can't control this guy. Your career is going to go, and his is going to escalate if he doesn't die. Your career is going to be done because guess what? We're going to make sure this paperwork gets out to show that you told about a murder that Von went on, and his person he went on a drill with, they got killed. So the only person that could tell on the murder is the person who paying for the hits and the person who did the hit. So the person who Von went on the drill with, he got killed, so he can't tell on it. So the only person who know about it is the person who paid for the cars, this is that, another. So you telling about murders. So we're going to bring all this to the light. This is what we're going to do if this person don't get out of it. So I'm not going to solely put it on him. So the industry is the main culprits. The industry is the main people because they're capitalizing off of us and this drill music. They're profiting. They're giving us little chump change and they're getting trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And as I said, they're coming home. And reason why they're coming home? Who pays the politicians? Sports, music, entertainment. This is a $1 trillion industry. Who's paying the judges? The Jews run the world, whether you want to agree to it or not. Cat Williams ain't crazy. Kanye West ain't crazy. Everybody's saying the same thing. Michael Jackson, everybody's saying the same thing. Now you got somebody coming that's not in the industry, myself, and I'm telling you the same thing. So when y'all gonna wake up? And as Von said, if somebody killed me, it's gonna be from the inside. Now he putting cap in his raps, so y'all gotta listen to something else. Now he lying in his raps, when this is a person that's known for not lying in his raps, and he literally told you if I die, the ops know not to play with me. This happened from the inside. This is simple assessment. When he put that OTF chain on that boy and that gray Nike tech suit, this is simple. I would have bonded you out. You could have stayed in my house. When Von was fighting his body in 2 attempts, he didn't even have a lawyer. He didn't have a lawyer, a paid lawyer. When Durk was on the Breakfast Club and Angela Lee said, "Whoo, you went to trial. That must have been pretty expensive."
How you beat it? With a lawyer? What you think his brother gonna be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have a lawyer? Vaughn had a public defender. Matter of fact, Balo had to change one of his public defenders and get him another public defender because the first public defender wasn't doing a good enough job. Even though a public defender is a real attorney, they just have to take so many cases pro bono for the state. You know what I mean? But he didn't even have a lawyer. You know what I mean? So this lets you know, regular street dudes that ain't got no change piece together and put up money so they guys can get lawyers. How his so-called brother, but like he said, evil twin. Evil twin, pay attention to that. Evil twin, and then Back in Blood, the same, you know what I mean? Come on, all this, it's easy. It's easy, just read and pay attention to the signs. It's easy. I know y'all don't want y'all favorite rapper to beat and backdoor his man, but this is just what it is. And it's straight facts. It's straight facts. Do I hate it? I hate it. I hate that I'm here having to speak about this. I'd rather any of his ops got out and killed him because this is what come along with the street shit. Not his own people setting him up to get killed. This is insane. It's insane. It's insane. Many enemies he just said somebody gonna get him, but we ain't gonna pay the people to get him. How I'm mad at Quando Rondo and Lil Tim? Never. But as I said before, my message to Quando Rondo, because he's Muslim now, inshallah, your heart has changed because anybody can become Muslim. You got to scan a person's heart. The heart is what makes you a good person. If your heart ain't shit and you Muslim, you just Muslim by name because your heart is everything. Quando Rondo, no, a Muslim paid him to kill a non-Muslim at the time because when he got paid to kill Vonnie, they got paid to kill Vonnie. Vonnie was a Muslim. Vonnie didn't become Muslim till August 6th. This is when he became Muslim and took his Shahada. So anything that he did after that, God gave him a clear slate. But just so Quando know, you know a Muslim paid you to kill another Muslim. Once he found out Vonnie became Muslim, he was supposed to call that hit off. So Quando Rondo, don't be fooled by Assalamu Alaikum because everybody that say Assalamu Alaikum to you is not your brother. This is simple. Simple.
Yeah, you're getting deep. So let's just go back to the beginning of your response. When you was referring to the lyrics from King Von's song When I Die. He said, don't let them goofies touch my casket when I die. And when you leave my funeral, you better slide. But if they kill King Von, then something is not right. The ops don't play with me. That happened from inside. See, I'm just saying, Von don't be playing. And if they kill him, that shit was planned. See, I'm just saying, Von don't be playing. And if they kill him, that shit was planned. This is what King Von rapped in his own song, in his own lyrics. A song called When I Die on his grandson album that came out after he died.
That's crazy.
Me as a DJ, I listen very closely to lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a time where if you rapping about it, you gotta be about it, right? You can't be rapping none that ain't going on. Otherwise, we ain't gonna feel it. So when I listened to this song after Von died, I said, damn, you heard what he said? So as I'm listening to you repeat his lines, you know, you kind of breaking it down. He said, man, if they kill King Von, that shit happened from inside. This shit getting deep, because I can tell you this, man. I done talked to some of King Von ops, right? I done interviewed the real ops, not no Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim. I'm talking about in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I'm talking about K.I. Mama. I interviewed K.I. Mama. It's on my channel. You can go watch it. I want everybody to go watch it while I'm mentioning this right now.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on her daughter's soul.
And shout out to Mama K.I. Shout out to Miss Brown for sure. I'm going to share something with you that she shared with me off camera. She told me, she said, I salute Von. This is what she said. She said, because Von was the only nigga that was gangster enough to do that to my daughter. That shit gave me the chills. I said, hold on. She said, yeah, I give it to him. He was the only nigga that was gangster enough to...
Boscov's Labor Day sale starts now. Relax with the
Dallas recliner sofa.
She said them niggas was scared of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So we getting deep right now, you know? And we talking about murders.
That's crazy.
We ain't supposed to be talking about this on the internet. But nowadays, like I told you, it became a thin line between content and reality. And the reality has been hovering over into the content. You know what I'm saying? So I heard you speak about, you know, how King Von became Muslim. And how once you become Muslim, that what you say it erase
all your bad deeds leave, all your good deeds stay. All your bad leave, all your good stay.
Now
so you're a newborn baby.
Now that's as far as the religion is concerned. But for the world who is not part of that religion, this nigga's a killer. Fuck what religion he done became. No offense, right? But I can't forget what he done did in the past, even though Allah can. You know, you got people out here hurting. You got people out here suffering, right? So what makes King Von so special that we're still talking about his death 5 years later? When there had been 100 niggas in Chicago that have been killing and have been dying, we ain't talking about them no more. Is it because he was a rapper?
It's because God, the creator of heavens and earth, he put a special light in him. He put a special nur in him for him to still be lingering on and for it to still be going on. As I said, who cares what the world thinks of you? It's about where our final destination is going. And like I said, for any Muslim that knows their religion, all of them going to tell you that Von won. So this is what
That's crazy.
One of the Quando Rondo and them people, when we paid them to kill Von. Now, whether they got the chain or not, yeah, they got the chain or not, whatever the case may be. Did he cut himself on the leg with a knife and go to the hospital and say he got grazed? Who knows? But for a person to literally take a shot from some people that we paid to kill Von, never. How? Make it make sense. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. Do we got his chain? Yeah, we got his chain. Did we cut him on the arm? Did we do some faking, shooting, some gunshots and this, that, and the other? Yeah, but to literally actually be shot, and who shoots somebody in the leg anyway? But he wouldn't even take a gunshot for the leg. Now, I'm not even finna play like that. We not even finna play and shoot it so I can get a scrape. We finna, never. I'm not finna do that. We on the same team. So we ain't finna do that. I'm gonna cut myself with a knife and say I got grazed or whatever the case may be, and put some gunpowder there, make it seem like I got shot, but I'm not never finna fake take no shot in the leg, man. Let me pop you in the leg so we can make this look good for the internet. You might hit a main artery and I die. We ain't finna play like that. So I know he ain't taking no leg shot. Just that ain't happening. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody finna do that. Ain't nobody that crazy because you can die from a leg shot.
So you believe Duty Low didn't even get shot?
No, how? How he get shot and we paid Lil Tim to be there? We paid Lil Tim to be. We paid Little Tim to be there. So now they gonna backdoor us. Like I said, Quando Rondo know that Lil Tim got shot. They had to sacrifice Lil Pab because can't nobody fall from OTF and can't nobody fall from y'all side. OTF some hoes. As dude said, they ain't talking. I ain't here to scream and get back for Von no more. People kind of quiet. Shit, I don't know why they ain't screaming because Lil Tim and Quando Rondo ain't died. What the fuck you mean? Why they quiet? I ain't here and get back for Von no more. The people that allegedly was a part of it, they didn't die. Somebody that ain't had shit to do with it died. So why they ain't still screaming get back for Von? Please explain that to me.
Facts. That ain't make sense. That ain't make sense right there. Why would they say that? You body an innocent person, bro, that had nothing to do with nothing, the data. Like, yo, it don't make sense. You left the people alive. It don't make sense, GG. Narrative. Are y'all doing this shit for narrative? This is for the views, the data. Y'all actually playing? This shit different.
Well, I guess I don't want to get into that because that's an open case. You know what I'm saying?
And they coming home. It's an open case and they coming home, whether they get found guilty. And when Trump get out of office, he pardon them. Because guess what? This wasn't supposed to happen. Y'all left a loose end untied. This man just unraveled every fucking thing y'all put together. So guess what? Y'all was going to be fighting this case for a little while and y'all was going to get found not guilty. But guess what? Change of plans. You got to go to jail now. You got to get sentenced to this. And guess what? When Trump's get out of office in these 4 or 5 years,
you're going to get a pardon coming. But everything's been derailed, what we set up from the beginning, because y'all left a loose end untied. This man just exposed to the whole world everything that took place. We had the whole world. We done painted you a picture because y'all intentionally got caught. Y'all intentionally got caught. How am I saying to someone, don't put no cards or don't put nothing in my name? I think street dudes nowadays, even though I believe that they can hear it, people use FaceTime audio and FaceTime. So you sent a text message, don't do nothing in my name, and you turn around and use company credit cards when you could have loaded money on a prepaid debit card to pay for these flight tickets and all this shit. Or matter of fact, forget flight tickets. We hitting the skiway. We hitting the highway. Bogus plates or whatever, we hitting the highway. We ain't finna have no, we done all got on the plane. Y'all intentionally and purposely got caught. This is a part of the sacrifice. This is part of it. Jail, all this is a part of the sacrifice, man. That's it. That's it. And like I said, how Dirk had something to do with Von. He's sitting in there fighting for the rest of his life, fighting, facing a life bit. How he killed Von. How he had backdoored him. And this man fighting for his life. Come on, make that make sense. All the rumors is garbage, man. Dirk ain't had nothing to do with Von. And guess what? When he come on after he beat the case of however he bigger than life. He bigger than life. But what y'all don't know is he really did. But he couldn't have did it without my son. He couldn't have did it without my son. And like I said, he's probably not the sole person. The industry is at the top of it. You know what I mean? The industry at the top of it because y'all can't, he worth more dead to him than alive. If we gave you $4 million, we definitely had at least a...
Man, this nigga knows that they're about to come home. And this is the dude's father. This is the dude's father. But he knows that they're about to come home.
$400 million or $40 million life insurance policy on you, you definitely high risk. So how we give you $4 million and we ain't got no life insurance policy on you for at least $40 million or $400 million? How we don't? Who don't want a return on that? $4 million to get $40 million in 2 years, 3 years. Who don't want that return? That's an excellent return. And it's got to take place. Like I said, I ain't gonna solely put it on Dirk. You got to put it on the industry as well, because the industry, this is who got these men wearing purses and painting their fingernails and all this shit. NEL Chopper, he worshiped the ground Von walk on. This man speaking out to, he looking crazy and doing all this old weird, crazy shit. The industry is painting this picture. They're pushing this agenda. They pushing this agenda. They using us. They put Barack Obama in here to pass all these rights, to pass all this stuff. He put all these laws into effect. They using us. We they pawns, we they people that they duping and giving us a little change to do it. Got these men carrying purses. Got all this old crazy stuff, man. Painting their fingernails, all this. And these is, but it's for the money. And once you sell your soul, you got to do everything that they say do. That's just it. You got to do everything that they say do. I don't know all of them, but some of them might have slipped out. Some of them might have didn't slip out because I can't see people speaking out against them and they're in bed with them. You know what I mean? Unless you got to cast some controversy. You got to, everybody can't be, everybody can't be in line. So we got to put that theory out there and this, that, another, because I don't know. But like I said, it's real.
Well, one thing you just said that stood out, you say it's about the money. You know what I'm saying? So, what you exposing your son, is it about the money?
No, it's about freeing my nephew up from Lil Durk.
But your nephew is dead. You talking about King Von? You say nephew, right?
Yeah.
But he gone.
He gone. But
but your son is in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening to you.
Freeing my nephew up from Lil Durk is this. I don't want to see no long-lived King Von free Lil Durk. It don't go together. It's an oxymoron. The truth is the truth, man. I don't care whether you like it or not. The truth is the truth. It's just what it is. Yeah, that's my son. And guess what I told his mama? You got the audio. I told his mama, guess what? This is my son. I know you got tricked. I forgive you. Later on, we gonna line them up. Later on, we gonna line them up because I know later on, we gonna line them up. But you rolling with these people over your family, over your father. Even me and my son against the world. Me and him against the world. You submit, this is what it is. All right. It's what it is. We're gonna take care of that. We doing everybody good, but we're gonna line them up because you don't get down on no real people. You don't get down on no real people.
Yo, his father ain't playing that. He's like, yo, you went over there to join the Illuminati. We gonna get down on your ass, nigga. You call from here. We initiate you out of here. We on your heels. But they're all Muslims, so I don't get it. It's crazy.
But like I said, it had to come from the top.
Yeah,
it had to come from the top, meaning the industry.
So listen, I feel like based off my observations and based off listening to you, I feel like you feel some type of way because your son took you with him to go pay for this hit, but he didn't break you off. Like he didn't give you no bread. You didn't get no bread from the situation at all. So now you just like, man, fuck all this. I didn't get paid. Why did he take me with him and I didn't get paid? That's kind of the perception I'm getting right now. Is that accurate?
I would rather my son had not backdoored Von and Von be here broke. You understand me? I'd rather him still be alive so he can be here for his children, because financial money is not being a father. You need that presence. You know what I mean? You need the presence. So I'd rather, but that's done. That part is done. So he gone. But guess what? You took me with you for this, and you didn't make sure I was good. Once I let you know, I remember everything. This is what you did. All right, Dad, you tripping. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, my Bitcoin took off. My trucking business took off. Here go $1 million, man. Pay me back in 3 years or whatever the case may be. Whatever.
Mike Keppel here, Patriot Software's founder. So easy, my dog can run payroll, said one of our payroll.
That's different.
I don't know what you're talking about. You crazy, Pop. I don't know what you're talking about. But you know what I said.
And I'm going to be 100 with you
sure.
right now. You give me the vibes that you would have been extorting your son. If you knew your son had that money, you would have been on his ass every week asking for some money. Them the vibes you give me right now, Unc. I swear to God.
I ain't got it. It ain't no extort. The bottom line is this. He could have been in the trunk and tied up and this, that, and other, call for that bag. This is what it is. But I leave it alone and let Allah deal with it, because his grandmama, his mama, his sisters, his brothers, everybody gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? They're gonna have a problem, but it's 1,000% for sure. He got the money. 1,000% for sure. He got the money. And tax free. You know what I mean? Him and his old girl. It's just what it is.
We read.
And I got the bank statements to prove it.
You showed me bank statements.
I got the bank statements. I got the statements to prove it. And I got bankers. I opened Von's bank account up at Chase Bank. Before Von got murdered, I was at Von's mother's house. And I told Von's mother, I said, if something happens to them, we're going to have hell and high water trying to get this money from Von's mama. From Kayvon's mother, because he's on the thing and you're not on the bank accounts. So I took Tasha, Von, we went to Chase Bank.
Tasha's Von's mom.
We went to Chase Bank on 9th and Wabash. I stayed in the car, sent them inside the bank so she can get added to the accounts. The banker in there told me, after Von died, as I call him, he said he received the call and everything got derailed. And I was wondering why this account was opened up in Fort Lauderdale. And he's from Chicago and Atlanta. Why is this in Fort Lauderdale? So he asked me this. It's a private account. You can't go into people's accounts. It's going to red flag, because this is $1 million accounts, private client. So he asked me this. He said, do they have a safety deposit box? I said, no.
That was the main question.
I asked him. No, he asked me, did they have a safety deposit box? Mm-hmm. I said, no.
Okay.
This was the response.
Oh, the head nod was the response. Okay, I'm picking up.
Okay.
Right.
Not saying nothing, but okay. Hey, what's up? What's up with that safety deposit box? Von didn't have a safety deposit box, dumbass. I had a safety deposit box for my silver and my coins, right? This is what my son tells me when I say, what's up with that safety deposit box? He say, Von didn't have a safety deposit box, dumbass. I had a safety deposit box for my silver and my coins. Lo and behold, the letter come to Von's mama house. Safety deposit box has been closed with Kayvon Grant and Davon Bennett. Woo, woo, woo. So he had a safety deposit box. He take all the money out, all the money Von had in his video shoots, all the money you see him counting with BJ right there through the money counter. All this is real money. all this money gets taken out on video shoot days and stuff like that. So it's making it seem like we're doing these large withdrawals and stuff like this for video shoots and da-da-da-da-da. So everything is adding up. So when it's time to go to the safe deposit box, you don't need Von because you got the key and your name is on the account when you kill him. So now you got all the money, you got everything. And like I said, when I let them know, I seen the video that said, where's the video at? What you concerned about a video? Well, how can Tasha be a mama and let a kid that don't know another kid be on bankroll, be on bank accounts for millions and she don't do nothing? But as soon as I said, we going to check that safe deposit box out, oh, y'all got people, how people gonna check out, where the video at? What you concerned about it for? Are you worried that your son is on tape going to get the money? Is that what you worried about? But it's what it is. I mean, it's just what it is, man. It's what it is. It's what it is. And like I said, this is new to the world, but this is not new to the court systems. I owe my kid's mama $11,200 child support for my passport. $11,200. I wrote to the judge, told him everything. Wrote to the judge, gave it to him everything, my case number, everything on there. This is what happened. This is what role she played in it. This is what it is. This is what it is. So the world is just not knowing about this, but Chicago been knowing about this.
So the rumors of OTF Vonnie stealing like 300 to 400K from
that was downplayed.
it was way more than that.
Come on, man, millions. It was millions. I mean, it was downplayed. I mean,
now,
it's just
with
what
the bank statements that you did share with me, I was reading, April, May, June of 2020.
If your pet,
that's crazy. They actually, it gets like that. I seen people do that shit to their friends. I seen people do that shit to their friends. And their friend's mom be implicated in this shit. I seen a person rob his friend. And he was sleeping at his friend's house. Right, so he went to bed at his friend's house. The friend's mom was watching him. He wakes up like, yo, where's your son at? The son was at his house robbing him. It's just crazy. So it gets like that. Is possible. Actually possible.
$1 million in his bank account.
That's one account. He had accounts at Navy Federal as well.
Yeah. Von was getting money. Von was paying me $500 a show. Goddamn it, when nobody else paying me $500 a show. You know what I'm saying? So Vonnie had access to Von's finances, basically.
Yeah.
Vonnie is somebody that King Von trusted. I know
because of me.
Okay.
And he smelled him later on. He smelled him later on. Von was snakes gonna be with snakes. Real people gonna be with real people. That's just bottom line. Snakes gonna be with snakes. We in Philadelphia. Same day he did the $1 million worth of game.
Okay.
I'm there. We in the car. Von say, some money came up missing from the crib. TB was there, Buka, Slutty, and maybe some other person. 5,000 came up missing. And my son was there. Slutty had to take it. This is what I tell her.
Okay.
Say Slutty had to take it. These people got money. No, my son ain't took it. His name on all the millions. I'm going 0 to 1,000 like I'm going 0 to 1,000 about this that I know. Because this is common sense. We all millionaires in the room. We got one person in the room that ain't got no money. Everybody in here got at least $300,000-$400,000 in their account. Everybody in this room. The person that ain't got no money is the person that took it. This is a simple assessment. Simple assessment.
So you believe Slutty stole from Von?
Listen.
That's crazy.
Listen. Von told me, I don't know, Unc. Just like that, calmly. Slutty died with him that night. Slutty ain't took $1 from him. And Von said, they know they can ask me for whatever they want. My son took it to try to eliminate real people from around you. Who's going to think it's 5 millionaires in this room? It's 5 millionaires in this room and one broke person. 5 millionaires and one broke person and $5,000.
That's crazy, the Dada. And he even thought his son had him tricked. He's saying that his son was so good at what he was doing, the Dada, that he had his trick. And that's crazy, Dada, because his son's the nigga, the Dada, that got kidnapped, the Dada, and his dress was fucking cut off, the Dada. And they made him eat some girl's coochie or something like that when she was bleeding or some shit like that. Some wild shit, the Dada, they did to this man, the Dada, to the OTF Vonnie, the Dada. So maybe he is a little con artist ass nigga, the Dada, that you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy.
Dollars come up missing. This common sense. The broke person took it. The broke person took it. It's 5 millionaires in here. How could this? They never. The person that ain't got no money took the money. These is 5 millionaires in this room. But out of these 5 millionaires, one of these people is paying chess. He trying to eliminate the real people from being next to this man, because guess what? Who popped Lil Tim? Slutty. Who died with him that night? Slutty. Real ones. Nigga, you got to be crazy. We ain't finna put our pipes up till folks get inside this establishment. And when it's time for them to come out, we waiting at the door with the pipe. Fuck, we finna walk them to the door for, and we ain't got no blicks on us. You got to be stupid. So folks walk him to the door, and that's how Lil Tim got shot. Because he ain't putting up his pipe. You got to be stupid. You can't control me. I got sense. I got sense. You ain't finna tell me to put my pipe up. Never. It ain't gonna happen like that. Not with the real one. But like I said, Von peeped it. Said, I don't know him. Just like that. Knowing right then and there. You know, it's what it is. He peeped
your son.
He peeped it. Von was highly intelligent, highly smart, highly book read. He was highly smart. He was smart. He was smart. And as I say this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used me to guide him to Islam. And so therefore, with my son away from me and I can't see him now, inshallah, I'm able to get my life back together, because this has been killing me. It's been killing me, literally killing me. Can you imagine how a human being would feel if this really took place? You know what I mean? This really took place, and you didn't put all this hard effort into these people to make sure that they succeed and make sure that they be okay. It's what it is. I mean, I moved them to Atlanta. Moved them there. Couldn't take it. Where you at? I'm hungry. Where you at? Please leave. Please leave. Please, I can't take it. And he left. Alhamdulillah. And everything went up from him writing Crazy Story on the Greyhound bus. He wrote Crazy Story yet on the Greyhound bus. Period. And the whole life changed. I'm telling him, wait till I sell his house, wait till I sell his house. He blew up before I blew up. It's just what it was. But everything is already written. You know what I mean? So it's what it is.
For sure. Crazy Story was definitely, according to King Von, was written on the Greyhound bus.
Facts.
And it became a hit single. You know, as a DJ in Atlanta at the time, I can tell you, everybody was playing Crazy Story at every club in Atlanta. Still to this day, whole time, you can't go to no club in Atlanta without hearing, I got a drop from this flexing nigga, he from Tennessee. I had a thought she was with the shit. You told me where he be. You know what I'm saying? I said, for sure, baby, let me know. You know how it go, you know? This get deep because right now, Lil Durk is in jail. And for the past several years, you know, it's been a ongoing beef between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, right?
Controversy sells records.
Controversy sell records, and controversy also sell interviews.
What's poppin', Nitty? What it do, Nitty Knuckles? What it do?
I'm gonna be the one to admit to you that, right? So I took a trip down to Louisiana and interviewed one of NBA YoungBoy homies. You see what I'm saying? And once I mentioned King Von, shit just went left instantly. You know, so I just been kind of trying to get to like the bottom of the tension, the resentment. Like, how did all of this even start? That's why I'm still confused at.
Fake people don't like real people. Fake people don't like real people. You know what I mean? Real people that ain't gonna bite their tongue. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got. This what it is. So once NBA YoungBoy and Von been around each other, this, that, and other, and they see, because they even got a song together. You know what I mean? And you see that
Who do? I know
NBA YoungBoy and Von got a song together.
They do?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So, but once you
it's unreleased, right?
Of course.
Because I know Durk and YoungBoy got a song.
So, but the thing is, once you realize I'm not
stooping to you and beckoning and fetching because you got a bag and because you controlling all these other dudes. You can't control me. You know what I mean? People don't like that. People want to be able to control people. You can't control no real dude. You ain't finna. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, nigga. You bogus, woo, woo, woo. Like he said, I even heard him when he let Breezy know. When dude tried to get down on Breezy, and Breezy, he's trying to send the house up to go shoot up Breezy because Von was messing with one of dude bras. I mean, because Breezy was messing with NBA YoungBoy bras. This, and that, and other. That's sucker shit, nigga. You know what I mean?
Who was Breezy?
600 Breezy.
Okay.
600 Breezy. I think he was messing with one of YoungBoy bras or something like that. And YoungBoy finna send the people come through, ad out. And Von told, where you at? Hit him on the line. Where you at? Man, get up out of there, dude, on some fool shit. Da, 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 da. So he pulled his coattail. So this the type of shit that dude be on. But like I said, paint his nails black. You know his background. You know his criminal history. How this man get that little bit of time? How he get a pardon by Donald Trump, man? Donald Trump ain't never been in the same room with him. Donald Trump has been in the room with Puffy on several occasions. Several occasions. You think this man ain't gonna get a pardon when it's time?
That's great.
Conscious. Dang. Yeah, you ain't got no raw time, so we ain't even gonna put that machine behind you. We ain't gonna put that machine behind you, Lupe Fiasco. Yep. You know what I mean? But Von didn't have to have a machine. He was natural raw talent. You ain't have to put the machine behind him. He was natural.
But they did put the machine behind him.
You seen it in the contract?
What you mean?
Did you see the machine in the contract?
I saw the dollar signs he got. He got $3 million to talk that shit. What you say, $4 million? You know something I don't know. You know another $1 million I don't know. But I know for a fact it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a theory that King Von was used as an industry plant, okay? Because Empire, the people that signed King Von and gave him all that money, they knew his criminal history. They knew his criminal reputation. They knew his criminal influence. So once they gave him the money to rap about that shit, you see what I'm saying? They knew it would influence a whole generation. And that's when we came with the Bloodhound Lil Jeffs. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, as a DJ, I am conscious to that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I decided to take this interview with you, because you're opening up the mind. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to listen to your favorite rapper and take his side on whatever's going on, because that's your favorite rapper. He making songs that make you feel good. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lil Durk is my favorite rapper. And he been my favorite rapper since 2012. Why? Because the shit that he rap about, I can relate to. And also because the shit that he rap about, I know it's damn near true. So it hit a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, saying that, that's why niggas almost took your fucking thing off, the data. You playing around like that, the data. Keep playing around like that.
So I'm there. He say about to receive. It's gonna have to come in 2 payments. He has no idea that I'm there because who he called just had him on speakerphone, and it's just me and Abdul Jabbar on the Musella. So I go.
No, not Abdul Jabbar.
No, not the basketball player.
Okay.
No, Abdul Jabbar. We call him Colonel McBride. He was Muhammad Ali's bodyguard, so he says.
I'm keeping it, for the viewers. So
yeah.
You won't get confused.
So our Eid festival is coming up. And that's the celebration for after Ramadan. You know what I mean? We have a big 3-day celebration after Ramadan. So Duke, Leash, WAP, and Youngin wasn't there.
Damn, that's crazy. That means the whole old block knows about this shit. The whole old block knows about this shit. The whole old block don't fuck with. He just confirmed it. The whole old block ain't fucking with Dirk. The whole old block don't fuck with Dirk. They don't care what he's saying. They ain't fucking with Vonnie. They don't really fuck with TF. They know everything that happened. Shit, Duke's gone. Everybody else gone. Leech is there. Like, that shit crazy. Crazy. Whole new trend, GG.
We was at my masjid that I attend, 89.
And what a story that's going around. What a story to be going around old block, you know what I'm saying? This shit's nuts, Matt Mizzle, you there? This is a crazy story right here. So yeah,
yeah, I'm right here. Yeah. Yeah, this story's sick still, you know what I'm saying? And it's deranged too, because this dude, he was there for the whole thing, and he's like, he's getting off scot free. So how do we know he's not involved in it? You know?
It's crazy. He said he was involved, so it's a crazy thing, Dada. But we're gonna leave it right here, Dada, for you. You heard? That's a fact, GG. So, yo, GG's, you already Nizzy, Dada. Yeah, but
Yep.
Alright. So GG's fucking this shit's crazy, Dada. It's crazy, Dada, on what's going on, Dada. It's crazy what's going on, Dada, with this whole situation, Dada. Can we believe it? I mean, they already been believing it, Dada. It sounds like it seems, I don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is like the Little Pap situation. If that's what happened, why Little Pap is dead, Dada? And then I don't know, Dada. It seems like I don't know. That's way too crazy, Dada. But he's out there. He's putting this out there, and some of the things can be detailed. He's telling the truth on some of the things you could maybe Dada. And if it is true, Dada, then the people's probably gonna be talking to him soon, Dada. So it is what it is, Dada. And O Block, as if for Kevon's family, Dada, Kevon's family probably already knew this, Dada. That's why, yeah, it could be plausible. It could be plausible. We could say it's plausible, GG. So GG's, the Daughters, Hyenas, they just stay a little bit aware of what situations probably. Oh yeah, the paying for the Quando though, paying Little Tim, but OTF paid Little Tim. That's crazy. I don't know about that. I don't know. You know, I can't, like that's crazy. So I don't know. GG's, the Daughters, Hyenas, Scuba Dogs, one from Scuba Steve, the Dada, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get acquainted on the daily, the Dada, you already know the Dada. Life's what you make it, you can't love it, you can't hate it, the Dada. When the elevator, who's elevated? God's elevated on the way to the top. We stay more righteous than ever, the Dada. Stand on business, GG. And it is what it is, Duns. Hyenas, God chose you because you knew you could trust you, God's best kept secret.